Oh, hey kids, it's me, Flamingoop, and today we're getting pretty controversial. I'm going to be rating every single www.animaljam.com den. I didn't know how hard it would be to rate these until I actually did, and there's a very high chance you might disagree with some of the placement, but just because you disagree doesn't mean you need to dislike the video. Okay, let's get into it. Worst to best, here we go. Pixel Place. As you can see, I don't even own this den. This shouldn't be a surprise because this den is pretty lame. But if you are going to do a pixel theme, this works great. That's its only purpose, though. Okay, we've got 37 more to go. Let's move on. Sandcastle. I was super excited when I heard that AJ was releasing a new underwater den, but when I actually started decorating the sandcastle, it was impossible. The lighting is a little too dark for any item placement, and I'd much rather decorate the other underwater dens instead. Volcano. The volcano den isn't too disgusting, but some of the layering is a little weird and makes it harder to work with. It's also very hard to accommodate the volcano theme, so it's very rare that I actually need to use it. Bounce house. The bounce house would have been at the absolute bottom of this list, since it's so impossible to decorate that interior. But then I thought about the exterior and noticed a really cute pathway. It was so snazzical that I decided to use it in a recent den. Plus credit if you use my lamppost idea, okay, bye. Princess Castle. Okay, so the Princess Castle is alright, but the pink makes it specifically for pink-themed dens only. I do enjoy the layout of it, but it's never come in handy for me, and the exterior is nothing to rave about either. Crystal Palace. I like the Crystal Palace den alright, but the color scheme is a little specific, and some parts of the den just seemed impossible to decorate. I've done a few parts of it, and I like it before, though. Also, it's gigantic. Winter Palace. The Winter Palace isn't too bad, but the rooms are huge, and the ice space makes everything have a weird contrast against it, but it's got its perks. These dens are actually that bad, it's just like, there's still some worse out of the good. Does that make sense? No? Okay, bye. Soul Arcade Den. I like the fun layout of the Soul Arcade Den, but it's rarely useful due to its space arcade theme, but I like what Pugfluff did with it. Mushroom Hut. This den is fun because you get to shrink down to the size of a miniature rat and explore, but the mushroom concept makes the interior layout extremely hard to decorate. Other than that, I really like this den and kind of wish it was higher on the list. Treehouse. The treehouse is a nice concept with an alright interior, but the outside is so dark that putting any grass looks weird. Old barn. The old barn is alright, but it's just a little boring. The outside is simply grass that is way too light, and the interior has a super weird layout that I always struggle with. Despite this theme is pretty easy to use with dens. JAMAALIDAY house. I love the interior of the gingerbread house, therefore I love the interior of the JAMAALIDAY house, the slightly larger updated version. But the thing about this updated version is that I hate what they added on. That gazebo thing, I really don't like it. Please get it away. But the fireplace is cute, I guess. I would much rather use the original den, but this den works fine if you never got a chance to buy the OG. Original gingerbread. Snow Fort. The Snow Fort is a pretty cute little den, I must say. I do have a few complaints about the layout, but other than that, the only reason, because there really isn't anything cool or special to look at in this den. GREELY'S Hideout. This den has a similar issue with a volcano, and that it's rare that I need to decorate a den with a lava and phantom-y theme. For some people that might be great, but that's just a lot for my inventory to handle. Otherwise, I totally love this den. Everything about it is just really nice, and oh my gosh, have you seen those wood floors? Sky Kingdom. Now, this den is gigantic, and I've never want to decorate the whole thing, but I love the little straw roof cottages at the bottom of this den, and the rainy wilderness, which would make a great location for a campsite den. Beach house. I wish this was higher on the list, but it's not. The beach house just uses some peculiar colors that are really hard to work with, and the grass is way too bright. Also, the layout for the interior is horrifying, but other than that, I keep going back to this, and I've made some of my all-time favorite dens in this one. Friendship Cottage. The Friendship Cottage is seasonal, so it won't always come in handy, but it's the perfect winter cottage feel. I love the frozen lake, and of course the giant ski slope, but I've never actually posted a den on it because I always struggle with the shape. The interior has some weirdly shaped rooms, and I never know how to do anything very creative with it. But I love it! Spring Cottage. The Spring Cottage is pretty dead center on this list because the interior is super hard to decorate, but the outside has lots of beautiful areas to make smaller designs. I still love my pet shop though. COSMO'S Treehouse. Now, I recently decorated the top of this den and I love that spot for sure, but the rest of this den kinda needs some help. The gigantic patio thing really deserved more love. That is not possible to decorate AGHQ. And when you put this together as a den map, things just don't really work together at all. Sunken ship. Yeah, there's not much to complain about this sunken ship. I feel like the wood looks a little fake, but it's not as bad as the terrifying default flooring in a small house. Anyways, this isn't my favorite underwater den, but you know, it may be to some of you, and it's nothing too bad about it, so I think this one's cute. Art gallery. The art gallery is really boring, but that can actually be a pro with den decorating. It's fairly easy to do some interior decorating with this den, and it's the way to go if you want some solid color walls. Gingerbread house. Since we've talked about its counterpart earlier, but I really do like the gingerbread house. I've done some of my favorite dens in here for sure, and I really like the nice simple layout. Why would you use that when you can just use this one, which I definitely prefer? Enchanted Hollow. The Enchanted Hollow has some really nice perks that other dens might not have. The way that layering works underground allows you to create some amazing dens with this one. Just ask Pugfluff. Despite this, I don't like the exterior. I find the grass to be too light, and the rest of the den is a little uninteresting, but great den for sure. Restaurant. I have no problem with this restaurant. I like the layout, although I find the main room to be too big and the deck is also a little large, but it's perfect for those of us who enjoy interior decorating with a formal nighttime style den. Fantasy Castle. So now we're getting to those dens that are just simply great and I usually don't have any problems with. An example of that is the Fantasy Castle. Very cute den. I love the small rooms in this one. Also, it rocks the color purple, which I think is fun, but does make it hard to decorate if you're interested in a different color scheme. Lucky Castle. I love the Lucky Castle's interior, but the layout is kind of odd. I just really like the stone and a nice little stage and the other joys that this den brings. Castle. The castle has an almost perfect layout, but I really don't like the top room. But other than that, this den has a nice color stone, and I like the opportunities you can do with the outside as well. The grass, after all, is a perfect match to the world-renowned grass with worms. Lost Ruins. The Lost Ruins is the third of the underwater den trio, and to many of you it might seem a little high up on the list, but it's here because I never have any problems with it. I mean, I love the lighting, and whenever I decorate it with its Atlantis style, it always just ends up being pleasing to the eye and aesthetic, so I really like this den. Haunted Mansion. The Haunted Mansion is a great seasonal den. The rooms are nice and small, and it's got a nice old Victorian elegance to it. Pugfluff did a great job making a Victorian den in here that I really love, and it wasn't even Halloween related, so there's lots of opportunities. Epic Haunted Manor. Now, I actually find the Epic Haunted Manor to be a little bit better than the original. I like the balcony and the cool phantom area. I have a speed den of this one on my channel, but at the time I'm making this video, I haven't started on it, but I'm very excited. Autumn Small House. The Autumn Small House is a very cute seasonal edition of the Small House. I absolutely love this, but I have one little problem with it. The blue roofs. These roofs make it impossible to do a perfect fall color scheme, but still a great den. Sir Gilbert's Palace. I haven't given this den the attention it deserves on this channel. I love the look of the den. It's very nicely detailed and I absolutely love the castle theme. COSMO'S den. Now this den keeps with its theme a little better than its original gigantic counterpart. I love the naturey look to the den, and it's an all-around winner. PECK'S den. PECK'S den has some absolutely beautiful rooms. The waterfall is literally the prettiest thing I've ever seen in AJ, and the carrot room is also perfect for den decorating. Oh, I almost forgot. Beautiful lake with the bridge, yes. Despite this, there are a few rooms that aren't super cute, but this den for sure has a lot to offer. I'm not sure if you guys agree with this one. I'm kind of getting worried about how controversial things are at this point. Please don't get mad at me in the comments. Oh god, there's gonna be so much screaming in the comments. Oh no, I can see it now. Liza's Garden. Liza's Garden is the definition of beauty. This den is perfect for exterior decorating. I love adding snow to the hilltop with the mountains in the background. Small house. I had to put the small house high up on this list, and many of you might be like, why Flamingoop? It's so bland. But this den is just so simplistic that it really allows you to get creative with den decorating. The only con is the default flooring, but you can get rid of that very easily. Hooray! Water park. The water park totally deserves the number 2 title, in my opinion. I always have a blast covering parts up and decorating around the pools to make cute ponds. Alright, time for number 1. Things are getting pretty intense. A lot of you might disagree with this, but I'm gonna go ahead and say Graham's Observatory. Yeah, you might be a little confused about this one being my number 1, and to be honest, I wasn't expecting it either, but I really just love the overall look of this den. You can decorate those beautiful wooden decks with the gorgeous trees. Oh my gosh, I love those trees. Oh, I could go on and on about this, and the dirt path in this den is a decorator's dream. The problem with this den is that it's so big and just not possible to do the whole thing, so stick to doing mini den maps with this one, and you will have a blast, I promise you. Anyways, everyone, thank you so much for watching. I know I haven't really done top 10 videos too often in the past, except for that other one I did. But I'm really interested in doing a few more, except this literally took me forever to make. But other than that, tell me your thoughts in the comments below, your honest opinions. I won't be disappointed. But please make sure to leave a like or a comment or anything like that and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye!